Hello. Um, it's December 10th. It's a Wednesday of 2025. And I don't know. I'm kind of excited. Um, my husband and I have just started to discuss starting a family um, with a human child. And my gut reaction for many years was a hard no. But that's changed. And I don't know if I've completely made up my mind. I still have some questions. I made an appointment to meet with my doctor tomorrow. But I think it's something that I want to do, and it's definitely something that I'd want to do with Josh. Um, would change a lot, but I'd want to endeavor for it not to change everything, at least in terms of who I am. Like, I don't want being a mother to be my personality. I want to stay Kelly, but also have a tiny human. And I was kind of surprised how many opinions I had already formed. Um, about preferences. And I've been thinking back on conversations that I've had over the years with various people. Um, the one that's coming to mind right now, I was on the subway with my mother going into the city, and I don't remember how it came up, but I had mentioned that I would want to encourage my children to go to trade school. And that upset my mother because there was an expectation that because we were sent to college, that future generations would also be sent to college. And if that's something that interests them, sure. But if it's not, there's a lot of good options out there. And it's good work, respectable work, work that's needed. But that would be a long way off. Much more immediately relevant would be I was in an airport. I believe it was the Chicago airport. And I believe that was the night I also tried a Chicago dog, which, if I recall correctly, had pickled green beans on it. It was delicious. But I was sitting at a bar in the airport drinking a Manhattan, and next to me was an older woman. who was rather chatty. And she was on her way to meet her granddaughter, who had just been born. And she was talking to me a little bit about childbirth, and she said something that stuck with me for 10 years now. She said there are so few surprises in life, like true surprises in life, and not knowing your baby's gender before they're born is one of those. And she had been surprised for her children. And I think that's something I want for me. It doesn't really matter if we have a boy or a girl. But I would like to continue to set up opportunities to meet that child. And waiting to find out seems like, I don't know, there's just something that feels really right about it. So I already met with my therapist once. They scheduled a last minute early morning meeting yesterday because I was like, I can't wait till Wednesday afternoon. So I see them again today. And then I was able to get a doctor's appointment tomorrow at lunchtime so I can discuss my medications and what I would be able to stay on, and that kind of thing with my doctor. Because if it's possible, I would like to stay on my medications. I feel like I'm finally at a good place, and bringing a human in the world seems like a bad time to throw off that chemistry if you don't have to. I mean, it's going to get whacked with hormones and everything anyways, but I did some preliminary Google searching and was reading some papers. Well, I read the synopsis of a couple of papers, and it looks like I should be able to stay on my meds, which would be good. It's a lot. Big thoughts, big decisions, but luckily ones I don't have to make on my own. And I don't know, there's more thought to be had. There's more consultations to be had. I guess crowdsourcing experience, using my friends as a sounding board, trying to talk to people with wildly different perspectives, and yeah, I don't know, I guess I don't have a whole lot to say. But I'm leaning yes, which is kind of fun. And it'll definitely suck at times. But I think we can do it. And not just keep a child alive, but hopefully raise a kind human. I don't know. It's weird. Big thoughts.